you think sending a drunk text is a good idea, you should probably leave the motorcycle at home. What's up guys, Paramoto here. How are you guys doing today? Today I am doing fantastic. Welcome to Topic Tuesday. Guys, if you like the videos, you like my channel, you want to see this channel grow, please make sure to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button down below. It helps me out a lot. Guys, on today's Topic Tuesday, I want to talk about the top 5 strategies that'll keep you alive while you ride your motorcycle. It's 1 through 5. Don't ride like Paramoto. Done. See you guys on the next video. I'm just kidding, guys. The lulls for your Tuesday afternoon. If this light doesn't give me a green arrow, I'm just gonna go straight and do a U-turn. So, as we all know, the number one reason why motorcyclists crash are usually due to their own skills, or specifically riding outside of their own skill sets. So that's going too fast in diminished radius curves, stuff like that. And the number 2 reason is the good old cagers that like to try to kill us almost every time we ride. Contrary to popular belief, we are actually more dangerous to ourselves as motorcyclists than cagers are to us. That's not to say that cagers aren't freaking dangerous. That's just saying that we actually cause more of our own wrecks than we like to admit. I want to go that way. So Paramoto's number 1 strategy that will keep you alive while riding your motorcycle is wear your gear, guys. All the gear, all the time. I'll be totally honest with you, I live in the beautiful South, okay? It gets really hot and really humid here. And there's actually like a point of diminishing returns in wearing less gear. There's sometimes where you're riding down here and it feels like you're riding in a freaking hairdryer. But honestly, wear your gear because that's keeping some of the sun off you. And if you wear your lightweight textile jacket the way that I normally wear it, it'll actually keep you cooler because the sun's not beating up on you. Bro, it is awful riding in a 95-degree weather with the sun blaring down on you. It feels like 110. And then you put on a jacket and you know what? All of a sudden you don't quite feel so much like a baked potato. I'm a big fan of all the gear all the time. Us sport bike guys are usually pretty good about that. You know, it's part of our style, you know, to wear gear and accessorize. We're like a group of chicks, to be honest with you. We like to wear our gear and accessorize, so I'm proud of it. I like my Icon stuff and my fancy Scorpion leather gloves that are super comfy. You know, it's really more or less the cruiser crowd that's really bad at wearing gear. You know, and if they wear anything, it's usually like a helmet and nothing else. So I will give North Carolina Cruiser Bros a lot more credit than just about anywhere else, because I see a lot of North Carolinians that are riding Harleys and whatnot and Metro Cruisers, and they're actually usually pretty well geared. They're usually pretty well geared up, and you know, I gotta give it to you. You're really going against the flow actually wearing gear on a cruiser. Let's see if we can scoot around this gigantic semi-truck real quick. Paramoto's number 2 habit that'll keep you alive while riding a motorcycle is ride sober. Guys, if you cannot ride sober, I highly suggest leave the bike in the garage. There is no reason to be a tipsy on a motorcycle unless you're in a dank curve and you're getting that throttle, dude. Leave the booze alone while you're riding. The activity's already fun enough. You don't need alcohol, especially since it compromises the primary function that keeps you safe and upright on a motorcycle, which is balance. You know, and your decision making is also a little bit compromised, which I think we all know, especially if you're like me and you're the king of the drunk text. That should be a good rule of thumb. If you think sending a drunk text is a good idea, you should probably leave the motorcycle at home. Paramoto's number 3 strategy to keep you alive while you're riding a motorcycle is always be prepared. You never know what's going to happen on the road out here. You need to be prepared for everything. You can see this entrance coming up. There could be a car that pulls out in front of me. I need to be prepared for that. You can be prepared by being in the safest lane position as you choose, either left, center, or even right, which I would not suggest in this part. I like to be as far away from cars as possible. Also, your mindset is so important for how you stay ready for everything on the road. There's these things called conditions. They go white through black. Condition white is totally oblivious to what's going on around you. Literally zoned out. If it's not directly in front of me, I don't care what's going on, which is stupid. There's condition yellow, which is constantly observing everything around you and being aware of everything. There's condition orange. Condition orange is basically condition yellow on steroids. You're constantly aware of everything around you, and you're getting prepared to act on anything that were to happen in front of you. Condition red is basically condition act. This is when you need to start making moves. You've paid attention to everything that's around you, prepared for anything that could happen, and now it's time to act, swerve, hard brake, change a lane real quick. There's all sorts of different things that you can do to avoid hazards on the road here, but condition red is condition act, and then that takes you to the very last condition, that's condition black. Condition black is when you are in condition white, and then something that happened in front of you was not planned for, and you go straight to panic. This is where a lot of motorcyclists, oh man, they really could improve. You see a lot of people out here that are just not prepared for anything that would happen, and they go straight to condition, grab all the brakes. And unless you have ABS, you've actually maybe prepared and done a couple really hard braking on a closed course, nobody else around you, this is typically condition dump your shit on the ground and maybe die. So prepare. Prepare is basically prepare, plan, pay attention to everything around you is number 3. Paramoto's number 4 strategy to keep you alive while you're riding a motorcycle is to ride within your skill set. Now, in the day of age of social media and all these ride planning apps and everything like that, everybody knows there's advanced groups around your areas, and these advanced groups will usually ride really aggressively around, and honestly, these are the groups that you really get into after several years of riding, and these are typically the groups that have the most crashes. You can ride really hard till your heart's content, but you can't do anything about the fact that there's gravel on the road and stuff like that. So unless you're really skilled, stay away from the advanced groups. Honestly, stay away from the advanced groups that like to ride really fast on city roads. Unless you're super prepared, you've had a ton of experience with these with that kind of riding, it's not worth it. It's not worth wrecking your motorcycle, sliding down the road, or maybe even dying, because that's honestly always in the cards when you're riding motorcycles, is maybe dying. So be prepared. Honestly, I would stay away from those groups. And another thing, a side note, a tip 4.5 if you will, when you ride in groups, you're only as good as the least talented rider. So if there's somebody in front of you that drops their bike down on the road, all of a sudden you have a bike down in the road directly in front of you, and your safety is in jeopardy. So that's a big reason why I don't group ride. And when I did group ride, I like to be in the back. I like to be sociable and be with a group of cool people enjoying this awesome thing that we love to do so much. But then I also just don't really trust anybody, so but that's just me. I'm just not a very trusting person, I guess, or I've just seen a lot of crazy crap happen in front of me. Either way, your pick, chef's choice. Paramoto's number 5 and final strategy to keep you alive while you ride a motorcycle. You need to take care of that motorcycle. There's the old saying, I believe it's an old army saying, take care of your gear, take care of your equipment, and it'll take care of you. That could not be more true for motorcycles. I'm not really one to really service my bikes. I like somebody else to do it because I like that peace of mind that a professional has done it. Always pay attention to the things on your bike that could really set you up for having a bad day, such as your tires. Make sure they're not too worn. Make sure they're at the proper pressures. You know, make sure there's nothing obvious about your motorcycle. Maybe get a torque wrench and check your torque specs on things like your axle and pinch nuts. Things like that that will chuck you off a motorcycle at ungodly speeds. You need to pay attention to. And like I said, if you don't know the things about your bike to check, go ahead and just take it to a shop. It's worth it. It's worth it to not die. But anyway, guys, that's Paramoto's 5 strategies to keep you alive while riding a motorcycle. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you haven't already, please comment down below. I answer all the comments. Hit that subscribe button, hit that bell notification so you can be notified of every video. We make videos every Tuesdays, Thursdays, and you know what? Sometimes Fridays, which I'm going to address in the next vlog Thursday. So anyway, guys, I'll see you guys on the next video, which is Thursday. I'll see you guys there. Deuces.